Hello, everyone. Let me get this banner off of here. Oops. And put me up here. And I'm going to add comments. So let me know when you get here, whether you're on Facebook or YouTube. And let me know, whoever gets here first, let me know if you can hear me okay. Because I always seem to, like I hear a little bit of feedback. Let me see if I can make this go any lower. But just let me know that you're here. And I want to see if YouTube comments will come up today. Last week there was a problem. Hey, Sean. And I can tell, so you're on YouTube, right? Yep, that looks like it. Good. So then you can comment. Because last week, 2 people couldn't comment on YouTube, and I don't know what's up. So Sharon, oh, good. Your package came yesterday. That's quick. Awesome. All right, cool. So today, February workshop. Hi, Deborah. You can hear me good. Awesome. And Peggy, good, good, good. We've got a bunch. Okay, so today, February workshop, I am going, hey Terry, hey Vicky. Yeah, ICPA, it is. We're just getting rain down here in Maryland, but that's fine. Totally fine with me. All right, so I have a lot to talk about and a lot to show you tonight. So we're going to get into it. What's my first thing? First, all right, we're going to go down to the desk now. First, we're going to do our drawing. Let's see, solo layout. So remember, for everybody that was put their order in online and use the hostess code, or if you didn't use the hostess code but you still put it online and you got your own benefits, all those orders are going in a drawing for this In the Moment set. This is a brand new set. I got it as part of our on stage back in November, and just not totally thrilled with it. So I have got everyone's names written down here on these papers, and we're doing it old school. So let's hear a drum roll. And I feel like, did one slip out? Nope, I got them all. All right, so we're going to shake, shake, shake. Shake, 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 shake. And this is the winner of the In the Moment set. Cindy M. Cindy Malcolmson. So awesome. I'm going to, I'll get in touch with you because since you're real close, then I can easily drop that off. So awesome. Okay, now next month, I'm giving away this Calming Camellia set. And that's the same deal, like everybody that orders with the, let me just dump this out. Everybody that orders with the new hostess code, which is, dun, 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 this is our new February code, KBNC7HZP. And I already have my blog updated with the picture and the link that you can just click and, order there directly. And then it's at the top. And then I've got my workshop page mostly updated. Like I can't finish updating it until we finish this video tonight. But February workshop, you are going to get $50 order. You're going to get the make and take kit. You must use this code right here. You're going to get the make and take kit. You're going to get a pack of these polished dots, which are very cool. They are, they don't say it on here. I believe they're petal pink and clear. But I like this color because I've seen a lot of people coloring them, like adding, using your Stampin' Blends and making these a different color. So you're going to get those. Although I do have to say a disclaimer. If they are out of stock at the end of the month when I go to close the workshop, then I have to pick something else because they're no longer doing back orders. And hi, Jane. Hi, Renee. They're no longer doing back orders, so I just have to pick something different. So hopefully that won't happen, but we'll see. All right, so polished dots, that's that. Next, I wanted to show you, remember the folio that I made a couple weeks ago, my Valentine folio? So I want to show you with pictures in it before I mail it off. So it's for my friend Anne. Her birthday is on Valentine's Day. And so what I did, I printed a bunch of pictures that I've had, and I actually just had to take pictures of them and then print those out. I didn't have a whole bunch of time. Actually, I don't want to leave this code up here the whole time. I've got to figure out something else for that because I feel like that gets in the way. Maybe not. All right, we'll leave it. Okay. So I took pictures, printed the pictures. So now we've got this. It is, it wants to stay pop up some, like it's very full. These were, I believe, 1/4 inch borders, or not borders, like, what do you call those things? This on the sides. I'm having a brain fart now. Well, anyway, I put a lot of pictures and a lot of cardstock. So I layered things like double and triple. So maybe next time I might not do that. Like here, I put designer paper and cardstock on this flap. And like here, I just had the cardstock. So I didn't put anything here because it's only partially covered. So I didn't want pictures poking out of here because that would just ruin the aesthetic I was going for. Spine. Yes, Deborah, spine. That's the word. Thank you. So yeah, 1/4 inch spines. But I didn't put any pictures here. I could have put something down here, but I didn't. So just to show you what I did do. So I did find 2 pictures. This is me 21 years ago, a lot less gray hair and a lot less of me. And this is my friend Anne. This was our first cab ride together. We met at convention in 2001, even though we're both from the area. So it was funny. We met each other through another girl that I was swapping with. And then she was in Anne's downline. So it's funny how we all meet. But so then we got this flip and my card that I slid in here. So this is a tight squeeze. So remember, I didn't add any like flaps to this. I just glued this straight down as close to the edge as I could get it. And then I wrote my message on the back. But this is a picture of her. 1 year for convention, they gave away 10 cruises. And she was one of the lucky winners. It was totally random. Maybe that was at the 20th anniversary. I can't remember. But she was beyond thrilled. And we were just happy that we knew somebody that won one, you know. And I used a couple different stamp sets there. My pocket. So when I was making the video, I said you could either choose to put gussets on these pockets here so it would make the pocket a little bit bigger and you could put more stuff in it. But I was like, I'm not doing that right now. Well, I might should have. Oh, somebody gave me a frowny face or a crying. That's funny. Okay. Distraction. So anyway, if I was to make this again, I would add the gussets because it is a little too tight. Like I wanted to have this folded over and slip the whole thing in here, but it's really, really, really tight. So I just have to slip it in that way. But this, I didn't do any journaling. It was just like fun pictures of us at convention. So there's Anne again, and there's me and from Virginia. And then inside, and this is 4x6. So 6x, yep, so 6x8 folded in half is 4x6. And then I trimmed the pictures down. And again, I layered these with cardstock too. Maybe next time I might not do that. Oh, you sent the crying face because we're not getting you? Oh, did the voice cut out or something? All right. So this is and then just other pictures, and that's our friend JJ. She passed away a bunch of years ago, but so fun. And this was Anne. This is her favorite place. Favorite thing to do when we're at convention is swapping. And she just parks on the floor and people come up to her and she does her swaps. So I just thought I'd send her those fun little pictures and she can do whatever she wants with them. But so that's that. And now I have to package it up, put it in a box so it doesn't get smashed, and mail it to her. So I just wanted to show you that. Let's get this out of the way. Next. Football squares. So I just have about 30 squares left, 30 or 31 squares left. So if you are interested, we are doing, it's $4 a square and it is for Super Bowl. And I decided that I'm going to come on live every quarter and announce the winner. Like I'm going to take a picture of the score or something. Like I'll have the score and then the winner, and then I'm going to make something real quick. So it'll be just like maybe a 10 or 15 minute thing. But I'll do that every quarter and then for the final score. So you'll get some stamping too. And if you're not here to watch it, you can watch it later. I'm only going to do live on Facebook though. I'm not going to go to YouTube. Just too much. I just don't feel like doing it. So I'll just keep it to Facebook for that. And then you can always watch it later. So squares, $4 a square. I have about 30 left. So get them. I have to get the rest of them sold by next Saturday because Super Bowl is the 13th. And I just realized I don't have any scratch paper, but maybe I might not need it. All right. All right. Polished dots. We covered that. Cactus Cuties. Still available. This the flowering cactus product medley is still available. So this is on my blog. Go and check it. And let me see. Let me add my blog. Here we go. Blog. So go to my blog, and then there's a page at the top, and it says Cactus Cuties online class. So click on that, and it has all these details. All right. I'm cutting packets every weekend. So if you order the class or place your order like anytime this week, I'm cutting all those packets this weekend and mailing Monday. And I'll plan to do that like every week. Just because I can't do it every day. It just gets to be too much. And I cut a bunch to start out with, and I already mailed those out. So this is just how I'm going to do it. All right, let me take this off and go back to comments. And now I think we're finally ready to start. So today, workshop, we are focused on this new Altogether bundle. All right, so you can't open your private video on your iPad. Sharon, I will have to email you about that later because it's all based on your email, your email address that I put in, your Gmail. So if you're using the YouTube app, I think it makes you sign in. So I'm going to check that on my iPad here later too. But yeah, we'll get on that later. Okay, Altogether bundle. So this is the stamps, the dies, and the papers are all while supplies last through May 2nd. All right. The markers, the blends, and I just got mine today. Like it just came before, like an hour before I got home. So I haven't even had time to open these. But we're going to play with them. Stampin' Blends. This is going to be in the new annual catalog. So you don't necessarily have to get this like right away. But, you know, you can get the whole bundle thing, $105. That's for all the items. And that would get you 2 celebration things, 2 $50 celebrations, or 1 $100 one. So it's just something to consider. But the stamps, so I like these because I'm thinking, it's good for projects if you're trying to make very inclusive projects and, you know, use your markers to make all different color, you know, skin tones and everything. But I think it's also going to be good for anniversary cards or wedding cards or just like, you know, girlfriend, send your girlfriends a note, that kind of thing. So I think it's better. It has more use than I thought originally when I first got it. So I'm happy about that. And I do like the dies. The words "you matter" and "here for you." I think that can apply like to a lot of situations. The papers, I love the papers. They're all black and white, which I love because you can do so much with black and white. But just the patterns are good. So we've got, you know, black with these little crisscrossies, plaid, this little thing, stripes, gotta love stripes, dots, love these. And they've got like some kind of weave in them. Little teeny tiny hearts. That was that. This little diamond thing and crosshatch or crosshairs or something. I don't know. A nice grid. That's good. Little leaves on the back of that. And I know this is always hard to see, like even online, but you can click on the online pictures and it'll bring like a bigger picture up. Hey, Julie. Hey, Cindy. Oh, Cindy, I'm glad. So you finished everything and you loved it. That's awesome. Sharon's having a hard time getting into it, so I'm gonna have to work that out with her later. But I'm glad you guys were able to finish it. Awesome, awesome. Hearts, more foliage. Ooh, little like hands, like more the pinkies, diagonals, like a lot of fun patterns. I think 8 different pages, so a bunch of patterns. One thing, let's just get to it. The first one. Okay, first card we are using This piece of the paper, and I wanted to tell you, like point out, so this sheet, now remember this is 6 by 6. To get the, cut it completely in half, 3 by 3, and you get a complete set of the 4 hands. So I like that they designed it that way to make it 3 by 3 because that's still big enough, you know, to really see the pattern. And then of course, if you want to use the back, whatever. So in your kit, you're either gonna, it depends how many I have to cut, you're either gonna get a 3 by 3 piece of this pattern or the other hand pattern. And again, cut this exactly in half at 3, and it like barely gets past that thumb, but it does work, or that middle finger, whatever. Yep, so it'll come to like right here. So you're either gonna get this pattern or this pattern. Now we are going to color these in with my new markers. If you don't have the markers, you use whatever you have. Regular markers, crayons, colored pencils. Remember it when school started, I got those colored pencils that were like all different kind of skin colors. So you could certainly do something with that. Color them with anything really. So we have got Early Espresso, 5.5 by 8.5. And I've really got to move some stuff out of the way here. Oh. I am loving this Teflon folder. Then we have actually Very Vanilla, 4 by 5.25, and that's for the inside. And I have to remember to keep my dots here so I don't forget to use them. So I'm going to put my vanilla in first. And then I know I am going to have to reach and get my other Stampin' Blends. So since I'm using vanilla and the designer paper is white, it's black and white, I intend to color every single little bit in here. All right, so let's do that. And then this is how we're going to go together. Cinnamon Cider, this is 4 by 5.25, and I embossed it with the macrame folder. I really like that. Then since this is 3 by 3, I've got Cinnamon Cider. This is 3 1/8 square, and then the Early Espresso is 3 1/4 square. So we're going to layer that up, and that's going to go here. And then the You Matter, look how big that is. I mean, that's like a nice size die. And that's, we're just going to go right across. I cut this out of either copper or brass foil, and I already put it away. I think it's copper. It's whatever we still have in the catalog. Pretty sure copper. Cindy, you got some of those pencils too? Yeah, that was such a good deal too. I think I found mine at Walmart and it was like a couple dollars. Because that's, the colored pencils are a good look, especially if you have that that liquid that you put on it and you blend it. It like makes the colored pencils look watercolory. I forget what the name of it is now. But I've got a jar of it here. Ugh, Peggy, you remember what this stuff is. I got it from Diane's house. This liquid, and you just put like a Q-tip or those sticks. But that is good with the colored pencils for sure. All right, so all I need to do is color my hands, and I am gonna get a piece of paper here. Actually, let me just use a piece of my cardboard. How about that? So I don't know about you, but whenever I get designer paper and I am done using it, I save the cardboard because Gamsol, yes, that is it. I save the cardboard because A, I pack dies in it, like when I'm selling them, but B, it's just sturdy and you can make like book covers and stuff too. All right, so let's talk about these markers. There are 5 sets. They come in 2 packs. So again, just like they are now, like how we can only get them in the 2 packs. So they're not selling them as singles. But the packs you can get, and they're numbered. Like they start at 100 with the darkest, and then it goes down to, I think, 1,000 or something. Yep, 1,000 and 900, 1,000. You can get each pack individually, or you can get all of them together. And there's no price savings. It's just an easy ordering thing. They give you a number to order all of them together. And let me bring that in. So yeah, so you can get the collections, and it's one number. That's $45. or they're $9 each. So, you know, if you only want certain ones, then just get the ones you want. But I figured, why not? So I need to get a whole nother bin for these. Now, these are also not just for skin colors. So any browns, like any nature, trees, dirt, like anything you would want to cover. They're just different shades of brown, right? All right, so, but I'm going to start with the darkest ones. And all right, 100. So 100, this is the darkest, and then the numbers go up. So 100, 200, 300, 400, you know, so on. So let's just do this. And, you know, Gail is much better at this than I am, but I just go around the sides a little bit. Just make sure there's some difference. Oh, whoopsie. Didn't mean to run that over. All right, there is a color lifter. And I can't reach mine, so I'm not going to worry about it. All right, so then I'm going in with the 200. And I like the brush end when I'm doing most of this. And that's only because it goes quicker. And at this point, I run over the whole thing. Like, even though there's the lines for the fingers, I don't feel the need to color every single finger in separately. Like, this is all going to blend together. All right, and then this, and I'm going to color it over the edge of the paper. And if you want to go back in and, you know, add some darker bits, that's cool. Whatever you want. Let's do the next ones. And I'm sure I'll get better with these, like more practice, but you know, I don't color a lot. So we've got 300 and 400. So the 300 should be darker. So let's just do that and we'll see what we get here. So I like to hit just the edges, like where they touch, just so there's like a little bit of different. I don't really know the whole shadowing thing. I just want to like line them, and then there's a little fingernail on there, so I'm not going to color over that, but I am going to do this, and then a little bit there, and then I'll go in with the lighter one, which is the 400, and then same thing. Interesting. Now there's a color chart that I'm going to have to download, because you can, of course, mix and match all of these and get your perfect tone, whatever you need for your whatever you're making. Like, you don't have to use them in the sets. I'm just doing that for ease, because since I just cracked these open. Nice. So this has like more of a, maybe a reddish tint. Something. I like it. This reminds me a little bit of chocolate chip, how that ink had a little bit of a red tint to it. Okay, now actually I'm going to use this next set on this one just so I can cover up that whoopsie. So now we've got, yes, Renee, animals too. Yep. People, animals, rocks, trees, all kinds of anything brown. 500 and 600. So 500 will be our darker one. And all right, it's not going to be, oh, okay, let's see. I have a hard time staying in the lines sometimes. I think that's why I was never a fan of coloring. Like in art school, or not art school, art class. I didn't go to art school. Geez. But I like that I can just run this over and it blends that whoopsie off. So let me bring that closer. So see, you can barely still see that mark that I made. It's like right here. But I think if I just keep working at it, it'll disappear. All right, now that, see that little bit in the end? That looks like I should have this color. It's like that skin underneath of that arm is peeking out. All right, and then we're going to go in with the 600. Ooh, nice. Yeah, I think that color chart is really going to be helpful for all of us, really. Because you can mix and match, you know, you can mix 100 with 1,000 and get something different. This is interesting. I like it. All right, and then I will use, I'll go straight to the lightest and see what we get. So this is 900 and 1,000. So again, the 900 should be the darker. And I don't think it says on here dark and light. Nope, it's just strictly numbers. And coloring on this designer paper, you will see that there is bleeding going on. And the more I use the, you know, add the marker, that's going to get worse. That's just the nature of coloring on paper that isn't thick enough, which this is not thick enough, I should say. All right, and then just quickly add this other, oh, that's very pink. And I can see that pattern coming through. Hopefully that'll go away though once the alcohol dries up, because that's all that is that's bleeding through. So that might not clear up until we get to the end. But that's fine. So I do like though that we get all these new options. All right, so let's put these away. And I'm just going to go ahead and glue this on. Man, yeah, look how much that bled like entirely bleeds through. But that should clear up. I'm going to leave the fingernails. Actually, let me just color them in with the lighter. I'm just going to assume that nobody has on nail polish for these. So we're just going to make them like whatever color. But you could certainly add a pink or red or green, you know, whatever you want. All right, let's bring this back and glue it on. Oh, and Peggy, I ordered some of those rubber things. And then I'm also getting new glue dangles, the pins. I like the pins, but those rubber things that will fit on the Barely Art, and I'm hoping it'll fit on this. They finally had them at scrapbook.com, so I ordered some the other day, and hopefully they'll be here soon. There was something else that I was trying to get. Oh, the Barely Art glue, like the refill, finally came in stock at scrapbook.com. So that's what I was getting. And I was like, oh, let me see if they have those things Peggy was telling me about. And they did. So thanks, Gail. Came out great. You are definitely the better coloring master for sure. All right, so now I'm just going to use my Tombow glue on this embossed background. And you know what? Now that I'm looking at Cinnamon Cider, I have to remind you guys, you know, these ink colors are going away. The catalog ends, the annual catalog ends May 2nd. And retired list should come out like April 1st. And let's just pull all these colors down. These are the colors that are retiring this year. So if you need re-inkers, paper, markers, anything, you need to think about getting them. And Celebration is a good time because A, you might get enough to get a Celebration item. But B, if you wait till April, the re-inkers and the markers are always the first things to go for the ink colors. Like I tell you, every year it happens. Sometimes it doesn't even last a week. Once they put the list out, the stuff's gone. So Bumblebee, Cinnamon Cider, Just Jade, Magenta Madness, and Misty Moonlight. I think the most, I'm going to miss these two the most. So I'm going to have to get some extra cardstock. Cinnamon Cider and Magenta Madness. Those are my favorites. I really like Cinnamon Cider because we don't have another shade of brown that is similar to that right now. I mean, it seems like, I don't know that we've ever had something similar. So, ugh. All right, so I want that. I'm thinking I want that at an angle. And then this I'm going to put straight. I do like that. And I'm not going to pop anything up because, I mean, this, I just don't have a lot of places that even like a mini dimensional won't fit under there. Let me just show you. So see how big these are? I mean, I could cut them down, but that's just too tiny. So I'm just going to glue it. All right, so let's glue this one. And this is getting down to the end, which is fine. I have another one right here. All right, go in the trash. Okay, so let's do our little angle. I don't like everything necessarily straight on a card. I like something to be at an angle. But you could obviously do whatever you want. So really, to make this make and take, all you need are something to color your hands. There's no stamping. This is going to be die cut for you, so you just need glue. All your bits are going to be embossed and cut. So I try to design stuff that is going to be easy enough for you guys to make later, you know, if you don't have what I'm using. All right, let me just hold this here for a minute. Yeah, I think it's copper that this foil. Oh, and then at the end, I got the new, there's a Waves of Ocean or Ocean Waves or something like that. Hey, Marsha, the ocean papers. So I got those and they are so pretty. And then of course the gems, and then that has foils too. So nice. So we've got our, oh, you know what? I forgot to color this in. I'm going to go back and do that later. So I didn't want this to be a white background because I wanted a vanilla. So I'm going to have to go back before I take pictures at the end, and I'm going to fill in this with like a light color. I have like maybe ivory or something. So we'll come back to that. All right, that was our first card. So, oh, nope. You know what, you guys? Forgot to use my polished dots. All right, let's pull these out. And we're going to stick a couple on here. Now, like I said, you can color these. I'm going to leave this one as the petal pink. I'm not going to color any of these because I just don't think it needs it. But just I want to add a couple of these. Oh, good. So sometimes when they package things, you lift this up and then there's more under here and like they get wrecked. Like they want to slide off. I don't necessarily like them. Ooh, you know what? I am going to have to leave this. I can't put anything. Oh, wait, you know what? I can put it on the person. I can put it right on their arm. I didn't want to put it on the white part because I'm going to color that later. But just a few little baubles. And with that against the cinnamon cider background, it looks almost clear. So I like it. Okay, so that's that first card. Number 2. Let me put this out of the way. We are using a gray granite base for this. Got my other sheet here. So 5.5 by 8.5 gray granite. And then I've got with basic white 4 by 5.25, and then a 4 by 5.25 piece of gray granite embossed with the brick and mortar folder. So let's go ahead and put this one on the inside. Oops, a little glue boogie. I feel like when I keep it on the side, it doesn't necessarily doesn't close up. So like I don't think I need to worry about putting the pin in it, but we'll see. So far it's been fine. All right, now this, I am gluing this straight down. Actually, let me check my notes. Gray granite base, embossed, blah, blah, blah. I don't really say anything, so maybe we'll pop this up. All right, I'm going to leave that. Next in your kit, you're going to get this white tag, basic white. This is cut out from the Hearts die, the Sweethearts Sweet Talk bundle. We're going to stamp on that. And then you're going to have 4 pieces of designer paper that are, you can use any side of the pattern that you want. These are 1.5 inches wide by 3 inches tall. And I kind of want it to go like this. So this is just going to glue on flat, and I wanted it to be like black background, white background, black background, white background. Now, before I get any further though, I did want to sponge some color on these. Yeah, I want to use that. So get your whatever ink you want. Since your pieces are gray and black, because I'm going to stamp the words in black, if you want to add color to this, that's all we need to do. I'm not going to do it on that one. So we're going to do ink blending, and I'm going to do, I like pink, so let's do pink. Actually, I'm going to do Magenta Madness and Polished Pink. So let's do Polished Pink first. That's lighter. And I'm going to color the whole thing. So I'm not getting just the edges. And if you don't have these brushes, use a sponge. You can use your ink pad directly. You could take your ink pad and smush it on a glass plate or your silicone sheet. Maybe spritz some water and dunk this paper in. Whatever you need to do. Markers, Stampin' Blends, regular markers, anything. Add whatever color you want. Nice, nice, nice. So that's going to go there. And then I do want, let's see, I want a lighter pink in the middle here. And then I'm going to go in with the darker pink on the edges. Just to color these little white dots. I like it. All right, so that was the Polished Pink, which is lighter. And I do have my nice clean chamois. I'm not going to worry about getting all this pink off because I'm going to a darker color. So you can go lighter to darker, and it's not going to mess anything up. But not the opposite way. All right, so now this is Magenta Madness. Nice, nice, nice. I like these together. So is this color difference coming up? This Polished Pink is like a softer pink, and then this is brighter, the magenta. I like it. That gives me an idea because these would go really nice. It would be with Melon Mambo. So having the 3 pinks, that's definitely something to work on. I like that, having it with the 2 different colors. I think that's ends up nice. And I think a little bit more here. Darken that up some. Oops. Okay, so that's going to go there. And then I'm going to do this in the magenta. And I don't know how, this is slick, this piece from the designer paper. So I might have to flip that over and get a real piece of paper, because I don't want that to come up on stuff. So yeah, I'm using pink, but you use whatever you want. And then we're also going to add some gray granite ribbon, which I'm going to give you a chunk of, just like 12 inches or so, enough to go across your card. Okay. Nice. I think orange would look nice too, or yellow. Anything really. I mean, gray, black, and white. It's very, very generic. All right, let me flip that. Okay. Glue, glue, glue. So I'm gluing these on flat at just wonky angles. Like, I don't want them to all be the same. All right, I don't want this to be tilted the same exact amount. So this one I'm probably going to make more straight. And if you did want to line yours up perfectly straight, go for it. All right, and then that. There. Eek a little bit. Again, I don't want this angle to be this exact same as that one. just because I don't. All right, now let's get Gail's favorite, my Midnight, Catherine Pooler Midnight. I love it. And I'm going to use, so this little die cut, I think every act of kindness changes the world. That's what I wanted for that one. And I need my little block with, I have a little block that has a grid on it that I don't know where it is. All right, this one will do. Okay. So when I need words, it helps me to have something with a line in it. Even so, just like this line going across and then a little bit here. I still have to eyeball it. All right, let's see how this works. Okay, oof, nice. And then stamping white on white was not a good idea because I couldn't really see what I was doing. But that ended up okay. That turned out all right. Every act of kindness changes the world. And I like this because you can cut these apart too, like the words. All right, let's get that. And I do need to clean that because while I do like this ink, I don't like to let it sit on my stamps forever. It is an archival. And as Gail knows, it is not good to use on your photopolymers. And I mean that just that it will stain them. So if you don't mind stained stamps, then go for it. I'm not a fan entirely. All right, Gray Granite Shimmer Ribbon. Let's put this away, or right there. So let's see. How much am I going to do? I thought I was just going to like put some across here and then have this like boop right here. But I think we're going to go like 2 loops. And I do want to use some strong adhesive. So like either sticky strip. Normally for something like this, attaching ribbon, I would use my fast fuse, but that is a little wider than I want here. So I'm going to use, let's just use this, the tear and tape. So I'm going to cut like right here. And then a little underneath of it. Okay. And the reason, so this should be the same width as my ribbon. I love this, the granite shimmer. We have this in gold too, and I used that recently. So actually, let me angle this, because why not? And then I'm going to swoop it and then come back. And then cut that one there. And if you wanted to have it like cut both of these, so if you didn't like this loop at the bottom, you know, or at the side, you could totally get rid of that. But you're going to get like 12 inches of this ribbon. And I think that should be plenty for what we need. All right, and then we're going to put this on. I am going to pop this up and this whole layer. So we want my foam tape that I am slowly but surely using up. Although I think I have 3 more rolls of this stuff. And these are the big rolls I got from scrapbook.com, I'm pretty sure. But then, you know, they've got that dollar store stuff, which I got some packs of that. Okay. And then we're going to add some of our polished dots at the end. I'm not going to forget them. And I think I really am going to get a piece of paper, because this ink is, it's going to grab me. Like that's just sitting there waiting for something bad to happen. Oh. All right, so more glue. Oh, new one. So liquid glue with the foam tape. Just my normal everyday. This is what I always do with it. Add a little bit, just because this foam tape is so sticky and I have no wiggle room. but you add the glue and it lets you slide things around a little bit. Okay, is that right? Yep. Okay, let's put this down and wiggle, wiggle. I'm happy with that. That's another tip. When you have this background embossed with the same color, in the same color as your card base, it's a little more forgiving, because if something is not quite right or straight or something, with the same tone on tone, you're not really going to see it. If this was like, you know, a gray granite background and then a white layer, then that is definitely going to stand out if you don't have it where you want it, like perfectly straight or whatever. I like it. Let's pop this up too. And actually, I just have a little scrap of this foam adhesive. Let's just use that. Quick. Nice. Now, if you wanted to put a like a little bit of ribbon on there, that's fine too. Now this one I'm going to stick with the clear dots this time. So I do want a big one, and there's only 2 sizes. So there's big ones and little ones. And I generally like to have a big one and 2 little ones. So let's do that. And then I could do a big one, 2 big ones. It's not going to kill me, right? Put that there. And I like that that shows through, like the paper. You can see the color coming through the dots. So I like it. And of course, if you wanted to add more than 3 dots, that's up to you. Number 2. Love it. And where did I put number 1? Oh, here we go. Underneath the stamp set. Let me make a different pile. Okay. Time out while I'm just going to have to throw this away. Let me get a piece of paper real quick. Okay. All right, should have had this to start with. So card number 3. Let me have a drink of water though. Hey, Susan. All right, white thick. Let me doot. That out of the way. So for this one, we're doing a white card base. So we've got the thick, the basic white thick. And again, 5.5 by 8.5. Now this one, I did score it a couple of times. And that's going to stay down good. Nice. You will also have in your kit a quarter sheet. So this is 4 1/4 by 5.5. And then I notched the corner off. That means you're going to stamp and die cut stuff out of it, or stamp and hand cut or punch or whatever. In this case, I already went ahead and stamped and die cut my hands, my pinkies together. So from this, you know, you could pick this one, you could pick this one. If you don't have any of this, you could do a flower, you could do a heart, you could do a truck, like whatever you wanted. So that's that. I am going to cut the greeting out of here though, and punch that out. Or actually I'm going to hand cut that. So then we also have designer paper. So this has the hearts background on it, because I thought this would be good for weddings and Valentine's and anniversaries. So like any lovey-dovey stuff. So we're going to add, again, blend color and add whatever color you want and have our card. So, and then we've got ribbon. Boop, boop, boop. This is 2.5 by 5 3/8. So normally I would cut this down to 5 1/4. But with this, I wanted it a little smaller border. So I went 5 3/8. So 2.5, 5 3/8, and I've embossed this with the Tasteful Textiles folder. And then this DSP is just a 2" by 5 3/8. So again, we're going to ink blend, but this time I really want, I'm thinking anniversary or something, but I think I'm going to do pale papaya. So let's do orange. And then the ribbons that we're using with this are the Snowflake Splendor, because I still have 2 rolls of this, so we're going to use it. This is like very holographic, like, you know, it's sparkly, Snowflake Splendor, and then the white crinkled seam binding. So we're going to use those together. All right, so ink blend. What I want to do is, since this is all white and you guys are going to, you know, add whatever color. If you want yours purple, make it purple. If you want it, you know, pink, make it pink, yellow, whatever. But I want to ink blend all of this and then some of the embossed part, that Tasteful Textiles. So this whole thing, I want to color this. And if you wanted to only do this on the edges and then maybe go back in and hit some of these little hearts with markers or something and just color those individually. And actually, that's not a bad idea, to like go and give them some more color to make them stand out. I'm trying to multitask and see. I do have the Pale Papaya Stampin' Blends, so I can do that. For some reason, I never got the markers for these ink colors, because every time I went, like when we first got them, well, when the catalog first came out last summer, the markers were not available. Like they were back ordered, and then I just never got back to it. So I think I'm fine because I have the blends. Like, as long as I have something to color with, I'm okay. All right, I feel like I almost pulled up my ink pad there. Okay. I love it. All right. Yeah, I think I'm going to make this one an anniversary card. And this is something stuck on there. Okay. So this is going to go here. And then I want just the edges around this part. Nice. And then we're going to have our hands and our greeting. Okay, and ribbon. All right, so just the edges. If I was really going to make this, I would probably use a Pale Papaya base. But I didn't want to force you guys to, you know, what if you don't have that color? What if you don't like it? So I figured the white base is pretty generic and you can make it whatever you want. Because really, so if you don't like this, this is going to be our layout. If you're not a fan of this with the white border showing, I mean, I like that. But if you're not, you can go back around this whole card front and ink blend the whole thing, so then it'll blend in more and then it'll still be white on the inside. So you can do that. I am not, but you have that option. All right, let me clean this off a little bit. And all right, so let me reach over, and I know I've got my, yeah, Pale Papaya Dark. So all I'm saying is, let's go in here, just a few of these, and color them. And see, it really, it just stands out a little bit. Let me look up the camera. Yep, you can see. So let me bring it in. When I bring it closer, I don't know that we can tell the difference. But, so I've colored that one, that one, that one, that one, that one. And then I'm going to do over here. I don't want to get too far to this edge because I know I'm going to be covering up some of that with that other layer. So just a few, just to kind of like highlight them. One down here. Ooh, and you know what? Winkostella might be nice too. Make them shimmery. All right. But for now, I'm going to leave that. So I'm going to glue this down first, and then I'm going to put ribbon around here and then glue this piece down. All right. Because I can't glue it around both of these because they're not attached, the ribbon. All right, let's glue this. And I do like to wrap it Oop, am I going the right way? Yeah. I like to wrap the ribbon, just cause. Okay. All right, now let's cut 2. So when I'm using 2 ribbons, I pull them off at the same time, just so I get the same amount. All right, so measure that, and then twice, and then some extra. That's how I eyeball how much ribbon I need. All right, so let me measure this real quick. So that looks about 12 plus 5, so 17. So I might give you 18 inches. All right, and then find the middle. And I'm going to wrap it around this one. And it is kind of hard to like tie something like close to the edge. So what I'm going to do is tie it and then scooch it to where I want it to go. So I'm just trying to keep these from crisscrossing in the back. I want everything to lay nice and flat. And of course, if you wanted to just tie a bow and stick that on, that's your prerogative. You can totally do that. All right, come on. It's not supposed to be this hard. All right, actually that looks like about where I want it to land, because I like my bow off to the side. So let's tie these and then use that finger. So I always tie it in a knot first. All right, try not to pull this so hard that it'll pop up. So I tie in a knot first, and then I go back and tie my bows. And that's just the way I do it. Oops, and I lost a hold of it. Ugh. This Snowflake Splendor ribbon is stiff, and the crinkled seam binding is not. So that is making for an interesting difference. All right. Oh, good Lord. That did not have to be that hard. All right, now I want to stick it. Actually, I'm not going to do a bow. I'm just going to just trim this off. Just do a little quick knot. There we go. But I like the sparkle from the Snowflake Splendor, like the whatever we call it. There we go. All right, now I feel like that is tight. Yep, that's good. Let's go ahead and glue this down. And I'm going to run glue right to the very edge, right on top of the ribbon and next to it. And down here, like more glue, more glue. Just because I don't want this to pop up. All right, and then I just need to drag it a little closer to my face. I just want to make sure these side pieces are kind of in line. And I can tell I didn't cut one of them exactly perfect. All right, let me just hold this down. And then I can cry about that later. You tie it in a knot first too? Yeah, it's too much trouble. Like, it's too hard. We don't have enough fingers. But when I see people do that, they'll like tie it around a box or something, and then they're perfectly fine. Like, they can get it on a bow without tying a knot first. So I'm like, well, I guess it's me. But I'm glad to see, Cindy, that it's not just me. Okay. Now, these, so like I said, I already stamped and pre-cut these. And I'm just going to pop these up over here. But I do want to color them. So I think I'm going to make this for like either my sister for their anniversary. That's coming up in May. Or my brother's is September. But either way, we need like the lighter colors. All right, so let me keep that out of the way. So we'll do this one in the 900 and 1000. So this one is like the lightest of light sets. And again, I'm just going to go around, give them a little outline. Some over here. Just something to make it a little different. And then fat end and just color in. Yeah, this is the 1000 is a really pink shade. But I'm digging that we can get like all different kinds, like all combos. We can make anything now. All right, now let's go to the one step up. So we've got 800 and 700. So 700 should be our darker. I'll go around there. And I don't know whose is going to be which hand, because I could certainly add a rhinestone for that, you know, for your ring finger. Hey, Rose. Yeah, your friends come in a lot of colors. So do mine. Now I just have to like get more stuff to color people, but you know, I just don't do it a lot. But these are certainly good for little critters too that can be different colors. Oh yeah, I like that. Okay, man, that came up really pink. 900. What did I put on there that made that so pink? That's weird. That was this color, right? Yep. Very pinky. Very sunburn Caucasian. All right. I like it. And again, I'm going to leave the nails. I'm going to leave them for later. Ooh, yeah, I like it. All right, and then we're going to pop this up. And the greeting, I was just going to hand cut. So you would stamp whatever you want. If you want to punch yours out, go for it. I think that'll do it. And I'm going to put, I can make this You Matter to Me or Love Changes Everything. I like that. We'll get through this together. Choices. So I kind of want this like here. Did I not pick the, oh, I need another dimensional. I'm like, why is that wrist not sticking down? Because I didn't attach it. There we go. Okay, I like it. All right, now greeting. Love changes everything. You matter to me. Actually, let's just go with You Matter to Me. Because I can really send this for anything. I can send this to any of my friends. And I am going to use the black ink again. Here we go. And greeting. Boop, boop, boop. Block. And let's put this on here. I think I looked at some of my punches and it didn't fit the one I wanted. Like I was thinking I wanted the oval punches. And that one is really too small, like the double oval. Yeah. All right, so if you want to punch yours, punch it. I'm just going to cut mine straight and bring it in from this side. And when I say straight, I mean straight-ish because I'm eyeballing this. Okay, nice. Chop that off. I want to get it closer to the words. And then I like to rip stuff. I like it. Okay. And then this I'm going to pop up as well. What is on my finger? Oh, piece of glue. All right, time check. Oh, it's after 9. Ugh, so much talking. Okay, because I do want to show you the ocean stuff that I got today too. All right, and then we want to go back and put in some of the our dots. So I think these petal pink ones are actually going to go fine on the orange. Yep. Yes, because it's like similar to that color. So we'll do a big one and then another big one. I think I will add like some Winkostella maybe. All right, and then put that there. And I'm trying to think. I think that's enough. Yeah, I like it. So if you don't want pale papaya, you have the ability to make yours whatever color you want, okay? So, oh, thanks, Cindy. So that is number 3. And then we have one more. And this one really is we're going to see how it goes because I just got these mother of pearl papers today. All right, so there's that. So this one we're going to do a crumb cake base. And I'm looking for that paper that I had. I just cut myself a little chunk of this. Ugh. Okay. Mother of pearl. So crumb cake base, 5.5 by 8.5. And I just realized I did not cut a white piece for the inside, but I will for the kits. Then we've got a 4 by 5.25 piece of basic white that I've embossed with the Hive folder. I really love that. And you could do whatever side you want. This is 3 3/4 by 5. Then you've got a tag. This is the postage stamp that's already punched out of the basic white. So you've got that. And then this mother of pearl paper. So let me turn this and see. Can you see the shimmery? So I literally just got this. It is a smooth finish. Like it's shiny and it feels smooth. And then the back is flat, like a matte cardstock. So what I want to do is try the technique that I did a long time ago with the pearlized paper. And what we're going to do is take some alcohol. We're going to take some of our markers, and I'm just going to grab some randoms. Like I want some darks and some lights. So that's probably too many colors, but we're going to go for it. So we need Stampin' Blends and alcohol. And I have to see if this is alcohol. One's water. Oh, yep, that's alcohol. Okay, so 91% alcohol in a spray bottle and a blowy tool. So I'm going to do, if you had a straw and you could blow in it, that's fine. So Julie, so have you used this mother of pearl paper before? Because I just got it and I hope this is going to work out. But I didn't know what you were supposed to do with it otherwise. Like, are we supposed to just stamp on it like with something? I don't know. All right, so I'm taking the fat end of the darkest, one of the darker ones, and I'm just going to scribble in, and I really do hope this works. So I'm just going to scribble in some colors. And if they touch, it doesn't matter. Hopefully we're going to get a good variety, like variation. And then this one. Oh, this is really light. So actually probably 4 colors will do it. I don't really care if any white shows through, but I'm trying to cover as much as I can. All right. So let's put those away. So just take 4 colors and randomly. Ooh, I like that. That would be a cool background. Use it for your background paper when making religious cards and wedding cards. Okay, nice. That is definitely, that looks really sparkly, even just like that. So I could see just ink blend, using your Stampin' Blends and like coloring this. So we're going to do, and I'm doing this first because this kind of has to dry for a minute. So what I did, take your spray bottle. This does not have to dry. So I'm just going to spray it. And then we're going to blow it around. Oh, it is working the same. Good. Okay, so that alcohol kind of like activates the alcohol in the marker. And then we're going to get this. I do have to hit this side. There we go. So moving the color around a little bit, and then some of them are blending in. That's kind of nice. And the more alcohol you use, you just keep blowing it around. And I'm just like blowing it to the center. All right, this is officially cooler than I thought. Because that pearlized paper, I really love doing this technique with that pearlized paper. It doesn't take long to dry. No, because it's alcohol, like it's pretty much going to sit, you know, once I finish blowing on it, it's going to dry. Ooh, and it's getting kind of like a matte finish when it's drying. But I still want to just like leave it before I do anything with it, because I did want to die cut this next. So whatever shapes you have, if you want to, I'm going to use the heart die that comes in this set, but if you had a punch, use a punch. If you wanted stars, do stars. Interesting. This is much, this is a lot flatter looking. Gail, troll in the house. Oh, I'll get them later. So you know what I've noticed, speaking of those trolls? So before I will, when I see them, I will block them on, you know, I'll go up to the comment and block it. And then every time I do that, when I go back on YouTube, on my, they've disliked it or somebody has disliked it. And I think it's them. It's funny. So yeah, this is really cool. I'm a lot happier than I expected to be. But so I'm going to let that dry just a teensy tiny bit. Now we can do our other parts. So what I wanted to do was just ink up a little bit. So I'm going to die cut hearts out of this. And where are the dies? And I did want to use every act of kindness changes the world in my greeting. So my dies, here we go. This teeny little heart. I kind of wish they had given us more hearts. Like, you know how sometimes with dies, they'll do that. They'll give you multiples of some image so that you can cut 2 or more out at a time. I wish they had done that with this, but they didn't. So my plan is, you know, I'm going to die cut these. Doot, doot, doot. But actually, you know what? I should see. Give me a minute. Let me see if I have a punch, just because it'll go quicker. But it's the same idea. Okay. Heart, heart, heart. Okay. Okay. Yeah, I found a heart punch that I've had for a long time, and that is similar. Oops. Yeah, that looks about the same size. Okay, so I'm just going to go ahead and punch. Oh, and in that time that I let it sit, more of this looks like gold coming through from one of those colors. Ooh, this is really cool. Oh, I can't wait. I got to try this with like maybe some mermaid colors, like blue and purple or something. Ugh. All right. Love it. Okay, so the word, I just want to keep this one kind of like in shades of brown. So I just want to ink up a little bit of crumb cake. So I need my ink blending brush again. Crumb cake. And if you wanted to add a color here, that's fine. You know, whatever you want. All right. So my plan is just to have like a line of these hearts like right across here. And just have a little bit of color right here. Just as kind of like a background for them. And actually I'm going to go like this way in a little arc. Cool. Okay. Then I want to stamp my greeting in Early Espresso. But again, you could do this in any color. So since it's a crumb cake base, you know, that's a neutral. So you can use it for whatever. All right. I'm going to do, what did I say, Early Espresso, because I kind of want this dark. And hopefully that is straight. Yes. Nice. All right. So this is going to go here, and this one I'm going to glue down flat. If you wanted to rip your edges, rip your edges. If you want to, you know, ink blend just around the edges, not in the middle there, go for it. And I'm putting this, like, trying to get it centered. I am a lot happier with this paper than I expected to be, because some of the, like the sparkle bits come through. All right, that's going to go there, and I'm going to pop that up. Now let's just punch some of these out. So this is completely dry. So most of it, was that coming off? Oh, I feel like I was rubbing it off. Yep. So you can rub some of this off. Okay. And then that dull comes off, and interesting. So I think I'm gonna have to be careful with that. This would be cool with any other colors. Pinks, purples, blues, greens, all of it. And if you had a bigger image, yeah. Oh, nice. All right, I just pinched my finger. 5, I'm thinking 7. 7 hearts will do it. Very cool. So yeah, your kit's gonna get a 3x3 piece, so you'll have, you know, plenty to do something with. All right, let's get rid of this, the blowy thing, and that. And I do want to pop these up with mini dimensionals. All right, and I do want this to look like a banner. So we're going to need some white baker's twine. And I just got to get these little dimensional guys in here. White baker's twine, and we're going to tie 2, like each end in a knot. And I actually do it separate. Like I tie 2 knots, and then I lay the string down. So let's get the string. Doot, doot, doot. I did have my white. Thought I got it out with my stuff. All right, I think I'm gonna have to use linen thread for now. Okay. Okay, it'll be fine. All right, let's find the end of this. So what I do, take glue dots, mini glue dots. And do I have any left from my paper pumpkins? Nope. Okay, I do like to use those. So I'm gonna take a glue dot, and I'm gonna do the first one like here. And then another one like midway. That seems high. I want this like right here. And then, oops, that stuck to my finger. Come on, meow. All right, and then one more at the end. This will be just to hold our, like our string in place. Okay, so let's put that here, here. And if you want it to be like loopy or wonky, that's fine. All right, that is good. And now I'm just going to take this and tie 2 little bows and put those on the glue dots too. All right, and there we go. I don't spend a whole lot of time on this part. And then just pull it. All right, let me show you that again. Yeah, Rose, I love the gold bits showing up. Okay, so I take this and I loop it, go around and through, and then just pull them. And in this case, I do not start with a knot first because I don't need it. And then hold them both and trim the edges. Okay. And then we will stick these on, and I should be able to stick it right on top of the glue dot that is already there. and it should cover up both. Now, if it doesn't, I will scooch this in and you can roll that glue dot in half if you need to make it smaller. All right, so that's good. Now let's just put our little hearts on. But that is very cool with the gold coming through and these colors. All right, so I want 7. So I'm going to start in the middle so then I can space stuff out. So let's go right here. Oop. And 7 might be a little ambitious now that I'm looking at it. So looks like 5 is more realistic. If I had drug this down, then my banner would have been longer. Actually, you know what? I could just leave it. No, let's do 3 more or 2 more. This can be a whole little line. And I like the variety that I got with the colors. Very neat. I think in the light, that's going to be better, like color-wise. So neat, neat, neat. Okay. And then we will put our greeting on here. Now, if you wanted to ink blend some around the edges of this, go for it. I'm not, but you certainly have the option. And I do want to put some of these polished dots on here, because why not? All right. I should have known I was going to go over, just because I knew I had a lot to share and there was a lot of doing. Okay, so every act of kindness changes the world. And dots. Let's go with the clear. Put 1 here. And I do want 1 up here. Oops, teeny tiny one. And then another big one. How about that? Yeah. Ooh, actually, you know what? Let's go for it. Let's do some more. 5. As long as it's an odd number, it's good. All right. I can live with that. Okay. Again, very cool with this. All right. Put some of this away and get my glue up. So we've got number 4, number 3, number 2, and number 1. And I am going to go back and color this one like these white bits and see how that pattern disappeared. It was just the alcohol had to dry out. But I'm going to go back and color these white bits so that it matches, so it's like vanilla. Okay, so I'll go back and color those. Now, who wants to see the ocean stuff? Well, you're all going to see it anyway. So this is your chance. Thanks, Peggy. Yeah, I love all the neutral stuff, for sure. Some people can customize it. You know, you can make it whatever you want, really. So new papers and new stuff. So this is part of, I forget what they called it, Ocean Waves or Waves of Ocean. Now there's a stamp set and a bundle that is going to be in the next catalog, like the pre-order. It's like an early release for the stamps and the dies. I didn't print that out. I'm not real wild about the stamps. I don't really need it, but the papers and the doodads. So first we got these Rhinestone Waves Basics Jewels. So it's Night of Navy, Coastal Cabana, and I believe Bermuda Bay. So it looks like different shades of, and there's a light and a dark of each. So the Bermuda Bay kind of has a green shade to it. I can't really see if this is, I think that's probably a decent picture. So you can see the different colors. So see how we've got greens down here. Those are Bermuda Bay. And then this, I want to say, is Pool Party or, can't remember. And then Night and Navy. This is not really Night and Navy. It's more like a Pacific Point. But so I love those. Then we've got some foils. So this is blue foils. So there is 6 pieces in here. All right, so it's going to be 2 pieces of each color. There's 3 shades. Let's just pull them all out. So, oh, that's pretty. That's pretty. So that blue, this is supposed to be Night of Navy. And I know it's real shiny in the camera. Sorry. This is, I want to say it's Bermuda Bay. And then silver. And this is one of the, it's like a flat silver. So remember in the holiday catalog, we had that 3-pack of the silver. You know, it was like mirror and something else, 3 different shades. So this is like a flat silver, not a shiny, shiny. This is shiny. So, ooh, I love that. Now the papers. So the papers, they took pictures of poured paint. So you know how that's like a thing, you see it on Facebook, or I mean, I guess they have YouTube videos, but people just like, they pour paint in different colors. There's, you know, projects you can make. I mean, it's too messy. I'm not doing it, but I like the work. So blues and pinks. Oh, nice. So poured paint. So look at that. That looks like crashing waves. And then more colors. So what I see for these is not just ocean and sea life projects, but I mean, like anything. These are good abstract background pieces. And I just love them. So this, ooh, more of that, like, wow. Some petal pink, some calypso, some yellow bits. Really love that. And this is 12 by 12. Ooh, and then some granny apple green. That kind of like reminds me of a turtle right there. But ooh, yeah, I love these. And this reminds me of a turtle. And then some lighter. I love it. Now the papers, the foil, and the doodads are all while supplies last. So they're going to go on sale. We just got these February 1st. So these are going to go on sale for customers March 1st. So these are going to be available through, I think, May 2nd or while supplies last. So again, there's that one. Ooh, look at this. Night and Navy and Pacific Point. I really like that. And that, like a lighter shade of green. Ooh, and then the oranges. I like that. Like Pale Papaya and Calypso Coral. Nice. And then finally, I love that. And another one with oranges and yellows. So I love these. Oh, wait, one more pattern. I love this. I love to add the pops of granny apple green. Reminds me of mortar. I love that. I'm going to have to look up mortar, Rose. I feel dumb. I don't know what that is. But I love these. And I may end up having to get another pack of these. But I can't decide what I want to make first with these papers. Like, do I want to make a mini album? Do I want to make some kind of book? Do I want to make a card? I wanted to make like an explosion box card kind of thing with the lid and all. So I don't know. And our anniversary is coming up next month. And he likes blues, so I might have to make some kind of, Lord of the Rings fan. I'm a fan, but I don't know all the stuff. Like, I'm a fan as in I will sit there and watch Lord of the Rings. Funny. But yeah, so these are coming next month. Doodads, papers, and the foils. And I'm going to have to figure out something cool to do with these foils. Yeah, the dies were like wave dies, and the stamp was mostly a wave and then like a pelican on a piece of wood or something. Like, I have other sea lifey stuff that I can do. But I was more interested in these. So awesome. Okay, so oops. Solo layout. That was me. Okay. So thanks for hanging out. And it is 9:30. So congratulations again to Cindy for winning. I'm going to get you your stuff. New code for February and new stamp set. I did show you the Calming Camellias, right? Because that's my giveaway. And again with the squares. So I still have 30 squares left. So I need to get rid of those by next Saturday. Okay. So for the football squares, it's $4 a piece. And I think it's going to be fun because I'm going to do some stamping too. It's not just going to be like, game, whatever, watch football. I'm only going to watch football for the scores. And then we're going to do stamping. Okay, so next week, we're going to do rocker cards. And, oh, that's what I need to show you. Hold, please. One more, because I'm going to have to mail this out before next week. Solo layout. Let me, so rocker cards, Peggy was with me. We did these, and I've got a bunch of samples to post from that group. But I have to mail this away. So a rocker card is, you start out, it's a circle is the base, and then it sits here and rocks back and forth. So this is, I'm going to mail this away, but that's what I'm going to do next week, is a couple of different, at least 3 different ones. And then I have 2 more that I made just to show you. But I really love this. And you can really doll them up. And then I had to make an envelope, and I made it too big, but that's fine. So that's next week. Rocker cards are next week, and I will see you. I think Sue is going to be on tomorrow, right? She was on Monday night. That was like a surprise, Sue. And Friday night is her normal night. So hopefully she's back tomorrow, and then Gail will be back on Sunday. So thanks again for hanging out, you guys. Rose, yeah, you definitely have to tune in and make a rocker card. They're fun. Okay, good night. See you guys. Bye.